Welcome back. We are finished with another video, and this time it is Nemesis Prime. And I think... Stop focusing on me. I think he's a pretty cool figure. Overall, I'm probably a little bit too loud when I think about it. Give me a moment. Now, we're back to it. So, Nemesis Prime. Isn't he a cool figure? So, they brought out a version of him before, which was just normal Optimus Prime, but I think his design kind of lacked a lot with just having that white plastic. And I was like, well, I know for a fact that they're either going to do a premium finish or a reiteration of the figure very soon. And immediately as I said that, they announced that they were doing a Nemesis Prime version. I'll wait for that. Thanks, Sam, for getting this figure for me, especially because I'm broke. I'm actually doing well with cash now after going back to work, and we got some stuffs. I got a couple of things to build a film scanning bed. I was going to buy this Epson scanner, but a whole bunch of people told me, don't do that. Go build yourself a at-home DSLR system, which will do a lot better scans on your 35mm and everything like that, and it'll be cheaper. They were lying. It hasn't come out to being cheaper, by the way. I have been cutting corners though. I've been cutting, like, I saved myself about $800 building what I've built here, which I'll show. So you've got the wood plank on the floor that I sanded and varnished, about 4 coats. Then we got a 25mm flange bolted or screwed into the board with a 25mm threaded pipe to hold up the bracket, which then the bracket holds the small rig, what do they call them? Tripod mount. And the tripod mount goes on there. And then once I get a macro lens, which is $2,000 by the way, which, yeah, the scanner alone was $2,000, and now I'm buying a lens alone for $2,000. I could get the DSLR one for $800 or about $1,200, but I'd rather get the RF one, which is about $1,500 aftermarket. So, anyway. Then we move on to the light bed, which is where you put your film in, you scan it. I think it looks fantastic. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. I'm probably just going to leave it on the floor because it kind of works and I can put it away a little easier, or I get like just a table, which I don't have much room in this room anymore. And I think the biggest problem with the size of the room is that most of it's made up with boxes, and the boxes are kind of getting in the way. So I'm thinking about throwing them out soon. Not that big of an issue. I'll probably consolidate them into some place because I'm running out of space. I've got a couch in the corner, which, yeah. I like the couch. It comes in handy. I want to get a bigger shelf for my figures because I'm running out of space, as we all know. So I could either put the table here, put the table right there, or I find a way to store it. And that's why I made it a threaded pipe, because then I can unscrew it, flatten it out, and it makes it a little easier. Back to the figure, shall I? This guy was $100 Australian. I don't think he's worth $100 Australian, especially with the fact that his joint tolerances, like, his joints are great, right? They're fantastic. Articulation-wise, he is lacking a fuckload for the fact that he transforms into this and looks the way he does. Fantastic. I get that. But when it comes to having a figure where I want him to, you know, do dynamic poses and shit like that, that ain't him. For $100? Hell no. Especially with the fact that you can get SS86 Megatron for $100. I think it's $100. He might be a little bit more. And he's almost perfect. He's masterpiece. He is a masterpiece figure for a fraction of the price. Even though I got a knockoff masterpiece Megatron for like fuck all, and he looks great. He plays great. He articulates great. His joints are fantastic, even for a knockoff, by the way. Knocking down the price a little bit overall, like the stuff you get with him, the colors, the design, his face looks awesome. He's going to slot in on my Bayverse shelf really well. Now, Jonty did no. He went against his morals and bought Transformers online because he knew for a fact that he wasn't going to be able to get any from his local shops, because whenever they're on the shelf, the scalpers jump in before they even... Like they just open the doors, bang, gone immediately. And for an hour drive, it kind of makes it a little bit difficult. So I found out that after I left the Gold Coast, all of the shops restocked with all of the new figures for 2026. So every single store on the Gold Coast and Brisbane area had the SS86 Soundwave, which, if you can see right there, I kind of like Soundwave. He gets his own thing. I like Shockwave too, he's up here. But Soundwave, hey, I have his masterpiece, MP13 I think it is. I've got his blockies, I've got whatever that is. And if I could have more Soundwaves, I would. I think that's Soundwave down there as well. And Shockwave. Fuck. I like Decepticons. But I got him at full retail price because fuck you. And I bought SS86 Thundercracker, which he hasn't dropped yet, but it should be around the start of February, I think. But Soundwave's on his way. Actually, if I check my phone, he might already be here. No. But he might be here tomorrow, which I will actually do a video almost immediately when I get him, because I've been anticipating this figure for quite a while. It cost me a pretty penny, but I didn't have to pay postage, which is awesome. But again, I don't like buying things online just because it feels less like I worked for it. I like getting my hands on it. I don't think I'm going to see Thundercracker. He ain't going to be a shelf warmer. He's going to be a very sought after figure. There's been plenty of reviews that says he is a miniature masterpiece. Same with Soundwave and same with Megatron. They've been knocking it out of the park this year, or last year as well. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I will talk to you guys later. See ya. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Doom, 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 doom.